We use Minecraft to engage citizens, particularly young people, in the design of public spaces all over the world.
Minecraft es un juego de construcción, un estilo de vida y gracias al programa Block by Block de la Organización de las Naciones Unidas, es también una herramienta para mejorar espacios urbanos. En el marco de la Aldea Digital 2014, platicamos con Pontus Westerberg, coordinador de Block by Block, con quien hablamos de este novedoso uso del famoso videojuego creado por Mojang.
Where we're aiming to redesign about 300 public spaces across the world by the end of 2016. And when we do these kind of projects, we always want to make sure that we involve citizens. And it's really difficult to involve young people. Like you have a meeting, a public meeting, where you ask people to come and have their say about a particular issue or a particular area. It's very rare for young people to come. And if they do come, they often perhaps too shy or to speak. So it's difficult to get their opinions. And young people are the ones who are going to live in the cities that we design. So we've been thinking of various ways of making this happen. And then when we came across Minecraft about 2 years ago, we thought, wow, this could be a perfect tool. So we started talking with Mojang, who are the makers of Minecraft, about starting a collaboration. And in September 2012, we signed an agreement. And we launched the project, which is Block by Block. You can check it out on blockbyblock.org. Yeah, so the first project that we did was in Nairobi, Kenya. There's a slum called Kibera. It holds about 200,000 to 300,000 people living there. Very poor conditions, very narrow streets, no public space, and so on. There's one area which is called the Silanga Sports Field, which is a football field. And it's one area where kids can come and play football on Saturday morning. And there's also a few other things around it, like there is a community hall and so on. And so we decided to improve this area to benefit the whole community around it. We started about a year and a half ago with various community consultations and meetings and so on. But we realized quite early on that the people that we were dealing with, who are very poor, living in the slum, low levels of education, some of them quite young, some of them quite old. We're finding it difficult to fully understand two-dimensional drawings that we're showing. So when we introduced Minecraft, it was like a shadow had been lifted from the room. People really engaged with the project much more. And we got some really interesting suggestions on how to improve the space. And to have a project, it has to be in collaboration with the local authority. So we will build one space, but we want to create bigger change than maybe one space. So we want to have a commitment from the local authority that they will do something wider than just one space. So in Nairobi, for example, the local authority in Nairobi City Council that we worked with committed to do another 50 spaces in the next 10 years. And they also introduced new policy, new legislation in the city that really prioritizes public space. I would say probably the biggest problem, which we hadn't expected, is that professionals, architects, and people who work for the planning departments in cities are quite, how should I put it, nervous about Minecraft. Because people who have long education, who learned how to design buildings in an urban space and use very complicated tools, perhaps like CAD or 3D Studio Max. Here we come along with a video game, and it allows people to engage. So that's a little bit of resistance and fear. It's the young people that are going to be living in the cities of the future. And we have now what we call the youth bunch. Basically, the number of I think it's something like 50% of the world's population is under 24 years old. Those people are going to grow up very soon and live in the cities that we design.
Pontus Westerberg dirigió una actividad mediante el uso de Minecraft para intervenir la Plaza Tlaxcuaque, ubicada en el límite sur del centro de la Ciudad de México, en la que participaron más de 1000 niños y jóvenes. Proyectos como Block by Block nos demuestran que los videojuegos no son cosa de niños, y que la tecnología diseñada con fines de entretenimiento puede tener aplicaciones tan diversas como la imaginación nos lo permita. Te informó hasta el último nivel, Cartucho TV.